The Bunnymen, McCulloch, along with guitarist Will Sargent, bass player Les Pattinson, and a drum machine called Echo, were quick to grab the attention of the music press, and the band made their first ever TV appearance just months after forming.
So good night.
Sleep tight.
Whee!
Can you hear it? The sound of someone thinking, hearts beating on the merry-go-round tonight. The pictures on the wall.
When I was 13, I didn't know David Bowie got paid for doing it, and I just wanted to do it. You know, I didn't realise that you got money. I just thought people came, clapped, and sodded off, and then you lived in a spaceship, you know, on another planet, and that was enough for me. And so that kind of career, that word's such a crap word, and you know, that's no offence, but it's what kind of people with jobs do, you know.
I know Mac did, he always says this, like, you know, he wanted to be a singer from when he was 13 and he had Ziggy's Starman on Top of the Pops or something. And it's like, it wasn't really like that with me. I was always into music, you know, even before then. And it was like, I suppose it was a dream that you know, I still can't sort of believe that I'm actually doing it half the time.
At first we were like, reluctant to, you know, leave our jobs because we didn't, it was pretty unsure, but from that point it was all, you know, upward journey type thing, you know, and we didn't look back.
You said people rolled on carpet, but I never thought they'd do those things.
A record deal came next, along with a human drummer, the distinctly unscoused Pete de Freitas. By the end of '79, the classic Bunnymen lineup was in place. After that came press adulation, elevation to the position of Britain's hippest band, and travels to strange countries and even stranger venues.
As I was joining the Lars and the Lars were coming through, I suppose the Bunnymen were the biggest thing ahead of us. Like, you know, they were the ones you wanted to kind of eclipse, or at least get on, not eclipse, but you wanted to, you know, they were the ones to aim for, let's, you know.
Everybody else seemed to be searching for the commercial single, maybe, that would get the deal, that would get the album, that would get the world fame. McCulloch, you were kind of got that feeling that it didn't really matter whether the rest of the world stepped in line with what he was doing. He was going to do it anyway.
All of the Liverpool bands put a lot of personality into the work, into the way they put it across, much more than the Manchester bands. And they're always fun for that. And the Bunnymen did that, but then beyond that, they had a depth beyond that. His lyrics were very funny, very good. He presented himself. He was daft, but something a bit better. Yeah.
Ian McCulloch went solo. The band soldiered on with a replacement singer. Then, all the Bunnymen, past and present, had to deal with the tragic death of drummer Pete de Freitas in a motorbike crash. Surely, that was the end of Echo and the Bunnymen. But McCulloch and guitarist Will came back together again as Electric Fiction, before the three original members reformed as Echo and the Bunnymen. Then Les Pattinson left. Les has never picked up a bass guitar since quitting the band. He's now a tree surgeon in Southport.
I feel a bit old, and I've been out of it too long, you know. It's just, I think it's really weird. I think I've totally turned around, because I used to be totally optimistic, you know, and like with the band and everything, and like, you know, everything's going to happen, you know, stuff like that. Now I don't think I've become pessimistic, but I've just become like a realist, you know what I mean? I think it's time to get a proper job and a proper income that's steady, you know, instead of hoping your next song is like winning the lottery, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a nice dream to have, but I think that's the way I am now. But I still consider it, you know, my band. I mean, it's weird, you know, I know Will and Mac quite well, and they're still running it, and it is a bit weird talking to them about it, but I still feel like a member, you know.
23 years of fallouts and foul-ups, but now, even though they've never really been away, the Bunnymen have come home. Back at Lipper, rehearsals are now running about 4 hours behind schedule, and there's still no sign of the band's enigmatic lead singer Ian McCulloch, the man described by his own manager as a 24-hour-a-day rock star. Then, as if by magic, Mac appears.
We're a 70s band, steeped in CBGB's, kind of New York rock and roll, not punching down, waving flags and wearing cowboy hats, you know. Well kind of taught in the lessons of what makes great rock and roll and what makes great bands by growing up with the Stooges and the Velvet Underground. And that's kind of the band, the type of band we are, I think.
After a trial separation, it appears the Bunnymen and the Press have got back together again. With good reviews for the latest album and a box set of 20 years worth of recordings available, the plan with the gigs is to remind people that Echo and the Bunnymen are back. And they want that reminder to be delivered from the stage of the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts.